What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It has been a hot minute since I filmed. I feel like I haven't sat down and filmed forever, and honestly I don't really have an excuse for that other than I just haven't really felt like filming. Like, so many videos I've started filming in the morning and then I just stop because I just don't feel like filming for the rest of the day. But today I was like, you know what, I need to sit down, I need to actually film a video. And it worked out because I am officially 6 months pregnant today, so I thought that I would film a little 6-month pregnancy update. I filmed a first trimester update, so I will link that down below. And then since I filmed that, every week I wrote down what I was feeling that week, which I'm actually so glad I did, because honestly I don't remember feeling a lot of these things. Like, I wouldn't have been like, oh yeah, during like 14 weeks pregnant I felt this, this, and this. So it's really cool that I did that, I feel like, and I have this that I can look back on. So I have it in a list, and then I'll also obviously put it in this video. So I'm really excited that this channel is giving me an excuse to really track my pregnancy. I feel like a lot of people wish that they did more baby books and wrote more stuff down, because you really just don't remember as much as you think you will. And yeah, I'm really excited to have these to look back on. So today is going to be just not a whole second trimester update because I'm not in my 3rd trimester yet, but I feel like the 2nd trimester is so long that I didn't want to wait to film another update video. So I thought that 6 months pregnant was a good point to do that at, because it's kind of like, it feels like a milestone. I don't know, 6 months pregnant really like feels like you're really pregnant. So yeah, it'll start at 14 weeks because the 2nd trimester ends, or the 2nd trimester starts around like 13 weeks, but I included that in my 1st trimester update. So I'm just gonna get right into this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn the little bell notification on so you don't miss any of my videos, and let's get going. I wrote down at 14 weeks that I had growing pains in my back, my hips, and my abdomen, and that is going to be a very common thing. I still have that now, almost like, I'm gonna be like 8 weeks later, I still have that. So that's just kind of been like a thing. I feel like obviously you're growing a lot, like your body's changing so much, particularly in your abdomen, so obviously you're gonna feel those kinds of growing pains. I was also still throwing up at this point, which was a big bummer because everyone's like, oh, in the 2nd trimester you're gonna feel so much better, and in my head I was like, okay, so as soon as I hit the 2nd trimester I'm not gonna throw up anymore, I'm gonna feel so good. And then I was still sick, but really just for that week, I'm pretty sure, so that's good. And oh, I wrote down that I was throwing up in the beginning of 14 weeks, but by the end I was still just kind of like having night nausea, but I wasn't really getting sick, so that's good. I said that my skin cleared up this week and I was feeling kind of glowy. That is not going to stick around. My skin has been like hit or miss every single day. Some days, like today, I feel pretty glowy and good, but like yesterday my skin felt like a mess. So I don't think it has anything to do with anything. And then I also put that my belly's more noticeable. I definitely didn't have a very big belly at 14 weeks, but it was definitely like I could feel that it was starting to protrude a little bit, which is obviously super exciting. And then at 15 weeks, I wrote that I had my first like real craving. I don't feel like I have had any cravings really, nothing that's like, if I don't eat this I will die, and also nothing even really to the point where I'm like in the mood for something strongly for dinner or anything. I just haven't really had strong cravings, but I did have a craving for nachos at one point. Like, literally all I wanted was just tortilla chips with melted vegan cheese on it, and that's all I wanted. Like, I didn't want loaded nachos or anything, just chips with melted cheese. And this was at like 11 o'clock at night, and I didn't eat them, but then by the next day I didn't want them anymore. So I wrote that down. I put that my bump is officially there in the mornings, which I was super excited about because I feel like in the like beginning of your pregnancy, like the 1st trimester and into the 2nd trimester, you have a bump at the end of the day just from eating and like bloating and stuff, but when you wake up in the morning it's gone, and it kind of is like, so you don't really have a baby bump, you just have like a food baby, but it grows more because you're pregnant and things are growing more. But around 15 weeks when I woke up in the morning, I did have a little bump, so that was exciting. I wrote that I was less nauseous, my boobs were less sore, and also that I was out of breath all the time. I feel like I have been out of breath my entire pregnancy. I don't know if that's common. I know that it's supposed to be more common now because the baby's bigger and is starting to push on my lungs, and I definitely have been feeling that. Like when I lay down, I'll be like, okay, I can't really breathe. But yeah, definitely I feel like this whole pregnancy I've been pretty out of breath like a majority of the time. 16 weeks, I guess I didn't really have much going on. I just put that I was peeing every 2 seconds and I had no appetite. So that was also kind of a common theme for me so far, is I haven't really been hungry very much. I mean, it's been nice, I guess, because I haven't been gaining a ton of weight, because I haven't reached that point where I'm like ravenous yet. I eat like the normal amount of meals that I was eating before, and I'm eating the normal amount of food, and I feel like that's totally fine for me. But yeah, I've definitely struggled with not having a big appetite, not really being in the mood for food. So I've been lucky that Caleb has been making dinner so much for the past 6 months. So that's been really, really helpful to just like come home from work and have dinner be made, so I don't have to think and be like, oh, what sounds good, because nothing really sounds good. I mean, it does now more so than it did at 16 weeks, but yeah, that's all I had going on at 16 weeks. 17 weeks was a terrible week. It was awful because I got the stomach flu. So the family that I nanny, one of the boys was throwing up one morning when I was at work. I guess he'd been throwing up the day before when I wasn't there, but we didn't really think anything of it because he was acting totally fine. And then the next day, the mom that I work for didn't have me come into work because she wasn't feeling well, and that night I ended up throwing up every half hour from about 5 p.m. until 5 a.m. It was miserable, like probably the worst stomach bug I've ever had in my life. I threw up 20 plus times, no doubt. It was like all of the food that I'd had in the beginning, then that like gross like stomach bile throw up, and then eventually I was literally just like dry heaving every 20 minutes. It was so bad, and at first I figured it was just like pregnancy. I was like, why am I throwing up again? This is so annoying. And then when it started being like every 20 minutes, Kayla and I were like, maybe I'm actually sick. So that really, really sucked. Luckily, it was only a 24-hour thing. So it wasn't like my entire 17 weeks I was that sick, but that week was really, really tough because after you get the stomach flu or the bug or whatever it was, you have such a hard time getting back into eating. Like once you just don't eat for 24 hours, the next day, like nothing sounds good. You're not hungry. Your stomach probably shrunk or whatever it really does. And I just didn't want to eat for like 3 days after that, which just made me more nauseous because when you're pregnant and you don't eat, you get so nauseous. So yeah, 17 weeks was a rough week because of that. I also put during 17 weeks that I had an increase in discharge down there. That has been very common as well. I was my uterus area was extremely swollen and sore. That has been a really common thing too. It's just like that day before you get your period kind of soreness. I've had that for a while now. It's just like so sore. I'm pretty sure it's just round ligament pain, like growing pains, but it's been super swollen and sore. I also put that I had super dry skin and hair, which is interesting because for the past like year or so, my hair and my skin have been super oily. This pregnancy's kind of like turned it back to normal because growing up I always had dry hair and dry skin, which I got used to. I was like in a routine for having dry everything, so then I had to switch over to being an oily person, but now I'm back to being a dry person. So that happened. And then I also put that week that I had really, really bad acne, which could have had to do with a lot of things. It could have been the fact that like I still had makeup on when I got the stomach flu, so I was literally like vomiting my brains out and like crying, you know, like when you throw up you just cry, and then just wiping it away. So just like wiping makeup and like tears all over my face while I'm just vomiting and like not eating for 24 hours. So probably had a little bit to do with it, but I wrote it down anyway. 18 weeks, I put that I was finally not nauseous. I haven't had any nausea in a long time, but I feel like 18 weeks was the week that I was finally like, I could wake up in the morning and not feel like I had to run out of bed and go get food or I was gonna throw up, or I didn't have to eat a snack at night or I was gonna throw up. I was finally just like I was finally just like feeling like a normal human being again, which was so nice because I feel like everybody tells you it's gonna happen and you know it's gonna happen, but there's a part of you that's like, I am never gonna feel better. I'm just gonna feel like this for the rest of my life. So that was wonderful. And then obviously 18 weeks was an amazing week because we found out that we are having a boy that week. We had our ultrasound, and then we ended up not finding out in the ultrasound room because I really wanted to find out just Caleb and I, so we just had time to process it and talk about it and just be excited, just the two of us. So we did the ultrasound, and then when they checked for the baby, we didn't, the sex, we didn't look, and then we had them put it in an envelope for us that we could open when we got home, and I live 5 minutes away from my doctor's office, so we just drove home and opened it. We actually filmed it, so I'll put that clip in here. Okay, ready?
Yes.
I'm so nervous. Okay. It's a boy.
It's got a little schmeckma. Look at that little thing. Look at that little guy.
It's a boy.
It's a boy.
Yeah, that was really fun. It was super, I was shocked, but I wasn't shocked. I know that in my previous videos I've said that I really thought that I was having a girl and that I really wanted a girl. But honestly, the past, like the 2 weeks before I found out, I really started to feel like I was having a boy. I was just calling the baby he, and I couldn't explain why. And I was feeling really, really anxious about like nailing down a boy name. In my baby names I love but won't be using video, I talked about how we just weren't really sure on a boy name yet. We hadn't really nailed one down. We thought we did. We ended up changing it since that video. So he has a name for sure, but it is different than the one that we had in mind when I filmed that video. And actually one of the names that I said we wouldn't be using, we will be using as a middle name. So yeah, I'm so happy with his name. It's perfect. I absolutely love it. I wouldn't change it. I will never change it, obviously, once he exists, but I'm very, very happy with it, and so is Caleb. But yeah, 18 weeks was a really great week because we found that out. And then I also put that I was craving pizza. I don't really remember that, but I'm glad I wrote it down. It's kind of fun to remember that I really wanted pizza that week. 19 weeks, I said that I had an increased appetite, which was basically me like not having no appetite anymore. I was finally like, what are we gonna eat for dinner? Like I was feeling a little bit hungry, which I hadn't felt in so long, so that was super nice. 19 weeks is when I started like definitely feeling baby kicks. I put somewhere that I thought maybe I was feeling the baby move at 17 weeks, but honestly I really don't know if it was the baby or not, so I didn't want to say like, oh, at 17 weeks I felt baby kicks, but at 19 weeks I definitely felt them. I saw them. I have a few video clips of them that maybe I'll put in here, but I don't know if they'll fit. Yeah, so that was really cool to actually, I mean, now I feel him all the time. He's literally kicking like as we speak, so I'm used to feeling it, but it never gets old. It really doesn't, and seeing it is just so cool, and Caleb finally got to see it and feel it, so that was really fun. And that was at 19 weeks, like I said, the first time that we did that. And then I also put that I was having lots of pressure and cramps and growing pains, like round ligament pain. It's just been kind of like a common thing every week. 20 weeks, again, I put that I was having lots of achy pains, which was causing me to have trouble sleeping. I've had quite a bit of trouble sleeping because of the aches and pains. I can't really get in a comfortable position because I'm kind of just sore no matter how I lay. I'm a stomach sleeper and I can't sleep on my stomach anymore, so that's kind of like a problem in itself. I do have a pregnancy pillow which I like a lot, but it hasn't really helped 100% just because it can't fix the fact that I'm sore. So yeah, trouble sleeping 20 weeks, and also he was kicking like crazy. It was just like constantly, if I put my hand like right here, I could feel him kicking, so that was really fun. And then 21 weeks, I put that my back was sore, still lots of achy pains, trouble sleeping, more discharge, way more discharge. That's been like an annoying thing. And then I also, this was the first week that I cried. Like I feel like, you know, when you get pregnant, it's like a stereotype that women like cry and get more emotional and are just like ridiculous, which I haven't been. I feel like I've been very, very normal emotionally, but this week, which was actually last week, I'm 22 weeks right now, which is when your 6 months of pregnancy starts. So last week I was 21 weeks and I cried because I was fat and none of my clothes fit me. So I was feeling just super body conscious. I just like hated everything I put on. I was feeling like my body was changing so much and I was so uncomfortable in it, and Kayla was really, really gracious about it, as he always is. And like, I know I'm not fat. I know that I'm growing a baby. Like, I know that was ridiculous, but I didn't really have a lot of maternity clothes yet at that point, and it's fall, so it's supposed to be getting like chilly outside, but it's been summer weather and I'm so sick of wearing shorts. So I was pissed because I was like, I don't want to wear my one pair of maternity shorts anymore. I don't want to show my legs. I want to just wear big sweaters and be comfy and not have to like wear things that are going to show off my body. So I was just crying and being ridiculous about that. But that's the first time that I did that, so I thought that I would mark it down because I feel like, you know, if you're not going to have a lot of those moments, you might as well remember when and what it was about. So that was just me feeling body conscious about my body changes, which honestly, I don't feel like my body has really changed that much. Like, I still have, I don't really want to stand up, but I still have like an hourglass figure. It's just like my belly goes out and my legs look exactly the same, my face looks the same, my arms look the same. So I was just feeling conscious about that, but I'm over it now. I'm feeling much better. And yeah, and now I'm 22 weeks today, so the baby is the size of either a large coconut or an ear of corn, depending on which app you use. It said that he's like a foot long now and weighs almost a pound, so kind of crazy. He's really growing fast. I can't believe how fast time is going. Like 6 months pregnant just sounds so pregnant. So yeah, I'm just really happy and excited. I'm in his nursery again right now, which is pretty close to complete, honestly. Kayla and I have been finding some really good deals on furniture. So we have the dresser, the crib, a chair, a bookshelf. We have this, which actually normally goes next to the chair, but I bring it over here just so like the filming isn't super boring. And then we've got like shelves and books and stuff. I'm gonna do a full nursery reveal. I don't know when, because it's not really complete. We still haven't had either of our baby showers yet, which will obviously get like more decorative stuff, and we don't have like a diaper pail or a crib mattress or stuff like that. So once the nursery, I do feel like the nursery is complete, I will do a nursery tour, but I didn't really want to do like a progress one because I'm just particular like that and I like to share things when they're complete. So yeah, things are just feeling good. They're going good. I feel so good. I really don't notice as much that I'm pregnant. Like on the day-to-day, I kind of forget, which is nice because like for the first 18 weeks, I was just miserable and it was very obvious that I was pregnant. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it was helpful, a little update. I know that I haven't really been updating you guys here or on Instagram at all. I've just been kind of lazy and not in the mood to take photos and post things, so thank you for being gracious with me and not getting upset about that. If you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Oh, I guess I should show you my bump, right? So I do feel like I'm officially like, I always think it looks bigger and then I look at myself and it's really not that big. But this is my 6 months pregnant, 22-week baby bump. I just got this shirt in the mail from H&M and it is so comfortable. And then I have these maternity leggings that I also just got from H&M, which are still like pretty big on me because I'm not that large yet, but the material is super comfy, so it's really nice. They definitely fit me way better than my regular leggings did because they like cut off right here and it's just a little too small. Yeah, that's all I got going on, I guess. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave some suggestions for videos in the comments because I haven't been feeling that inspired lately. I don't really know what to film, so let me know and I will try to get better about uploading more frequently. And I guess that's all I have to say. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!